Is it live? Oh my gosh. YouTube has the hardest ability sometimes figuring out when exactly we're truly live. I think we are now. I hope you guys can hear me. I'm not 100% certain that this is even being broadcasted. All right, let's turn on the teams. Beefy O'Malley, what's up, dude? How you doing? Let me move my chat up here so I can see. Alright, I hope the music isn't super loud in your ears. If it is, let me know. I can turn it down. Let's do a quick sound check first, because you never know. Actually, I'm going to crank it down a bit more. Because it's a little loud in my ear. Alright, how's that? Let me know in chat if the music balance is better. Hey, all right, let's say hi to some people while we're figuring out the audio here. What is up to Will, Mel, Twitch, Fifi, and Lily and Amma? Congrats, Lily, on being the first one here. Okay, well, no one's saying that the audio is bad. I guess we'll keep going forward. If you're new here, welcome to Cocktails and Consoles. My name is Melissa, where on Sundays we like to do a little cooking and cocktailing. Not so much consoling, because that would be a mess. So today, I decided in the midst of all the frickin' craziness, audio's good, great. In the midst of all the craziness, to do something fun, because this craziness is gonna last for a while. Hopefully the hysteria calms its fucking tits. Soon, before people become a bigger problem than the damn virus, which is already happening. But, you know what? I decided, let's do a scenario. Let's say either you're stuck at home with only canned goods, or this whole thing has blown over, which it's gonna, and now you're stuck with a whole bunch of canned foods that, let me tell you, on their own, you don't want to eat. We are going to put all those together into an amazing, I'd say about a 3-star menu dish. So I hope you guys are going to enjoy this. Starlight Dragon, what's up? My earpiece keeps loving the music. Thank you. Okay. Ear, you have one job to do. Hold. Okay, let me switch to the other one. What? Stop yelling at me. She's such a brat. What? Well, it's playing, but just not in my ear. Hold on. Or maybe that's because he was switching songs. Hold on. Up, off that one. Wow. Hold on. Does it only work off the right ear? What is that? Oh, Lord. Oh, bear with me a second. It's unreal. It seems like I get a pair of these wireless earphones, and within the first, they worked well the first time, and then after that, never. Hold on. Yeah, and now it doesn't want to pick up the audio. Oh, yeah. We good now? I think we're good now. Hold on. There we go. Okay, now that's fixed. Back to your regularly scheduled program. You are hearing crazy right now. I think Ninja's still upstairs. All right. So, what was I saying about all this? Yes, so if you're stuck in the house with only canned foods, or this whole craziness has blown over, which is going to, and you have canned foods, we're going to turn into a nice dish to enjoy. But first, I think we could all use a fucking drink. It seems weird to be drinking something sparkly amidst the craziness, but I wanted this bottle to put in my upstairs bar because it's so pretty. So we're gonna drink this. By the way, guys, thank you so much for all the likes. I swear we're gonna get this set up a little bit smoother because starting next week, I think we're gonna be co-streaming to not only YouTube but also to Mixer. Unfortunately, I can't co-stream to Twitch because of their affiliate program, which sucks balls, because it says that it gets your content exclusively. And if Twitch wants my exclusive content, well, they can shell out $6 million and keep me. Until such time, nope. So you're gonna cancel the wedding for what? The glorified... Yeah, we're going to talk about the stupidity that's currently raging right now, because I think we all need to vent a little bit. People have been acting like we're preparing for nuclear war with Russia or the zombie apocalypse. It's not that. Is it dangerous to some? Yes, absolutely it is. It is impactful to people who are immunocompromised, which is the elderly, people with weakened immune systems. They're going to get it. They're going to need help. This isn't about stopping the virus. It's about slowing it down so we don't put a drain on our resources. Which, guess what? We've already been fucking doing by everyone clearing out the grocery stores like they're going to be living in a bunker for the next 3 months. It is a sad, sad case when humans become a bigger issue than the goddamn flu. But here we are. So... I just ask everyone, don't buy into the insanity. Grocery stores are not going to close. Your access to food is not going to go away. There is no food shortage. There's an access to food issue right now because of stupid people. But the food's coming back to the stores. They just weren't expecting everyone to lose their goddamn minds. When isn't the government dumb? I hold the government equally responsible because it is their job to tell people not to be stupid, to tell them what exactly the quarantine fucking is. And right now, they have no clue. They are all flying by the seat of their pants because none of us lived through the polio years or the Black Death, and we don't know how to prepare a country for something like this. Not saying that I have the solutions. Trust me, I don't. There is a delicate balance that needs to be made between virus prevention and commerce. You cannot shut down a country. It doesn't work. The ramifications will be colossal, even beyond the health issues. Cheers, by the way. It's easy for people to say, well, we should just close down schools, we should close down businesses. Not close down, I basically mean everyone should have to, do school remote, do work remote. Guess what? There's not a lot of schools that can handle doing remote. Because if they could, they probably would have started doing that when school shootings became a thing. And there's a lot of companies that aren't set up for their people to work remote. Like mine, for instance, decided a couple days ago, hey, everyone's going to work remote. Is everyone set up to work remote? No. So guess what we had to scurry and do? There are some companies that cannot go remote. Grocery stores, restaurants. People still need access to gas, food, utilities. All those people cannot work remote. So they have to keep doing what they're doing. And if government starts shutting that down, now they're causing a bigger problem. But anyways, this was not going to be a whole huge let's rant about the government and the virus, because I'm sure you guys are just getting inundated with that. This is about having fun and cooking something delicious. So, I'm going to do my best to curb my own ranting. Keep me accountable. There we go. Yeah, exactly. You can't remote repair trucks or repair water mains. So it's doing things, taking precautions where you can. Is a company set up to work remote? Good. Let's have them work remote. Is a school set up for people to go to school remote? Good. Do that. don't start shutting down facilities because now they're causing a bigger problem. Hey, Emmy. My school is doing this except for the 1 meter thing. What's the 1 meter thing? This is only for school when my government is saying no physical contact and stay 1 meter away from each other. What the hell? Yeah, it's... No country knows what they're doing right now. They are all shooting from the hip. And if these are the plans and they think that they're doing this smartly, no. What are we cooking today? We are going to be taking some, what I like to call non-perishable food or less perishable food and putting it together to make a delicious dish. I'm not going to tell you exactly what we're making yet. We're going to get to that. But first, we do have to prepare a few items. All right. So first up on the chopping block, we are going to start with our rice. Now, rice is a great staple to have. It practically never goes bad. I mean, there is an expiration date on here, but because there's no water in these grains, they're gonna last quite a while. Now, you can cook this in water, but what I recommend, especially if you have it, is use soup. Don't use cream soup, because the consistency is going to come out kind of bad. I'm going to be adding a little bit of this roasted red pepper to some chicken stock. Only because I didn't get chicken soup because I didn't want to take it away from someone who might need it. Because even my fucking Target was raided. I looked down my granny's assisted living, no visitors. Ugh, that's going to be rough. Looks like you're making tuna patties to me. Possibly. My state is shutting down, sitting down at, Jesus Christ. I saw the notification come through on my Facebook that California decided to pass a law saying if your restaurant holds more than 50 people, guess what? You have to shut down. Which, California is dumb. I don't mean the people who live there. I mean the idiots in charge with running it. If you shut down restaurants, you are now hurting waiters' ability to make money, waitresses' ability to make money, servers' ability to make money, cooks' ability to make money. Again, this is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. All right, so we're gonna take this and just basically make it as per its instructions, which are 2.5 cups water. All right, so instead of 2.5 cups water, we're gonna be mixing these two together and we're gonna make this taste really, really good. If I had to come up with a way to help reduce the spread, or at least put forth some action to reduce the spread without having restaurants shut down, I would say, okay, every other table should be empty. Is that still going to impact the restaurants? Yes. Are they going to be really impacted by this whole thing? Absolutely. But it allows them to stay open and you get to keep that distance that people friggin' want. Hey Russ, what's up? But they can stay open for carry out and delivery. Exactly. So when people are sitting here and freaking out about food, like, okay, so let's talk about, worst comes to worst and everyone has to stay in their homes. You still have Amazon. You still have grocery stores that deliver. You still have those boxed meal kits, which I'm amazed no one's been looking at them because this is their time to shine. And you know what? We may do another boxed meal kit video because people are now going to have to cook at home that have never cooked at home before. So I figured it might be a great way to kind of show people how to cook and show them there's another way that you can get access to food. You don't have to raid grocery stores like it's Mad Max Beyond fucking Thunderdome. All right, so I'm gonna make this 2.5. I'm gonna put about 2 cups of that. Is gonna be our chicken stock. And again, canned works just as well, but I already had this in my pantry and I didn't want to take away canned soup from anyone who might need it. And then the half is going to be our roasted red pepper. Yeah, people can order online. And I know it's like people will buy into the panic because no one of authority is saying not to. So when you don't lead people, they go off and do their own thing, and now here we are. But yeah, Amazon, grocery stores, boxed meal kits, drive-thrus. Drive-thrus are gonna make a ton of money. An absolute ton of money because the restaurant stays open, you minimize contact, but please, like, cleanse your credit cards. And you've reduced the risk of virus spreading. So food is not going away. There is no shortage. There is just a little bit of a delay right now because people are stupid. Thankfully, I'm the type of person who stores lots of food anyways. I can, during the summer, and store dried pasta, beans, and rice. My meat is full of freezer and will stay that way. Yeah, again, it's not like we're going to war with Russia and we're expecting a nuclear bomb and we're not going to be able to see the sun for I would say 6 months, but let's be honest, if it was a nuclear bomb, it'd be more like 6 years or whatever the half-life of uranium is. Meat is full of freezer. I didn't even catch that. Wow, how awake am I? Honestly, what's probably best for all of us is either avoid Twitter for the meanwhile, or just help to spread some positive stuff. Hey Ryan, we ordered Domino's and the pizza man couldn't even hand us the pizza. We had to take it out of the delivery bag. Yeah, again, people are... The good news is out of this, we're gonna learn what worked and what didn't work. And the what didn't work is climbing, but we've got to start somewhere. So in case something like this happens again, we can all turn to each other and be like, yeah, remember last time when people hoarded toilet paper like they were one of the 3 little pigs and had to build a house out of it? Yeah, let's not do that this time. Alright, normally you can put this in a regular pot. My pot doesn't have a lid, so we gotta use the big one. So we're gonna pour this in. Oh, this is gonna be delicious. And add in our rice. The reason people are buying toilet paper is because they're all assuming it's all made in China, or it's actually made in every country. I don't know who. Now it's so hard to fact check in this day and age, but I heard somewhere that the United States actually makes a pretty good amount of it here. Alex the Bro, what's up? Oh, it didn't work. Everything. Well, some good that will come out of this. One, I think there's going to be a renewed hope and love for vaccines, because now people will know what happens when you don't have access to preventative medicine. That I'm very excited for. Because everyone was like, I don't want to do vaccines because I've heard it's related to autism. Do you know when the vaccine for polio became available, there were lines around the block to get it? Why? Because people actually had to deal with polio. It's easy to say that I don't want a vaccine if you've never lived with polio. This is us living with polio right now. Let me tell you, polio was much, much worse. Flippin' Zippo, what's up? We just need a giant package every month. But again, that's only if you have to stay home. Right now, the president has not told us that we have to stay home. It's where you can, stay home. All right, I'm gonna put this on the burner, let it cook for 30 minutes. We're gonna get that up to a boil and then we're gonna take the temperature down. That did have a little spice package. Hockey was canceled. Canada amped up production of the vaccine. Coincidence? I have a feeling Canada may be our savior in this. I don't know why I have that feeling, but there we go. Okay, so now I can start cleaning some of this off. I already cleaned my counter, so that was already done. Oh, that's another good thing that's going to come out of this. We are going to be much more aware of how dirty our houses are. Which, sadly, staying in your house may not be the best thing in the world because these things can be a hotbed for a whole bunch of viruses. Because one, we don't normally keep them super, super clean. Two, we often don't have our windows open, so there's no ventilation. So I think people are going to be much more aware about keeping their house clean now. 3, and this is what I'm really looking forward to, is that businesses and schools will start to see the value of people working and going to school remote. So I think that it's a shotgun approach to making companies and schools much more open towards people working remote or going to school remote, which is a definite benefit. My college switched to online classes. Great! I think that's awesome. I mean, do I think we need to never see another person again? No, that's dumb. But at least give people the option, you know? Alright. While that's going, let's get the other pieces ready. Onward to Canada. Yeah, so I did promise you guys there was going to be an Onward to Canada cooking video, and it is coming. I just have to refilm it because I think the tone now has changed. Trust me, I'm not jumping on the coronavirus bandwagon of, oh, this is gonna get views. It's not that. It's being more sensitive to the fact that there is panic going on. I want to make sure people know that the video is not intended to take advantage of that, and remind people we're not dealing with a zombie apocalypse. So I'll be refilming that tonight, hence why the shirt's on. Alright, so we need to start prepping our other items. Stay. Okay, so next up we need to ground up some crackers and some chips. They could be any kind of chips, any kind of crackers. Hey Bangs, what's up? It's actually getting crazy, the amount of concerned people. It is. And again, our leaders need to be the one to say, stop the fucking panicking. Here's what we're doing. Here's what we're not doing. Here's what you're doing. Here's what you should not be doing. Alright. So, in any plastic bag, we're going to take some of these Ritz crackers, because they're actually my favorite breadcrumb substitute. I don't believe in anything coming from the current people who are running the executive branch. I can understand why, but at the end of the day, someone's got to call the shots. There we go. Alright, I'm going to start with this, because we need to make sure we don't explode these bags. Alright, what am I going to use to crush these suckers? finally got the garlic press. Alright, so I'm just gonna take this scraper and just press down. We're closed for X amount of time, DPW. Rewrite at dawn! Yeah, we're building our own apocalypse. When the comedians make more sense about the virus and trying to calm people down, yeah, they're not doing a good, say they're not doing a good job. They're not doing any kind of job. It's really bad. Alright. So you're gonna want these kind of fine. If you have a coffee grinder, I recommend using that. Actually, let me see if I can use this edge. There we go. We're gonna want these nice and tiny particles. This is gonna be our binder. The Ohio governor is doing a better job and I didn't vote for him. Yeah, rolling pins would work well, but I don't know where mine is. It's actually working pretty damn well. Get this one last mix up here. It looks dangerous. It's not. This isn't sharp. Plus, I'm pinching the sides. Yeah, trust me, this is not a knife. That's a knife. Pop bottoms can work too. This is actually giving me a lot of control, so I like it. Schools get shut down here, I get time off and as I work one. Nice. Haha, oh, I got it. All right, that's pretty good. Let me go ahead and get a bowl. Yeah, I think I might have mentioned this to some of you guys, but it's weirdly becoming more and more relevant. So if you remember The Dark Knight, when Joker is sitting down with Two-Face, he says something which is supposed to come off as, like, pretty horrifying, but is actually fairly true. And what he says is, no one panics when there's a plan, even if the plan is horrifying. Now, he was going on to say, you know, if a school bus got blown up or something like that. That's not what we're talking about here. Even if the plan is horrible, meaning horribly planned, it's at least something. Humans, to some degree, need to be led, especially when you're dealing with this many numbers. And there's no leading going on. There's no plan. And I get it. We've never encountered this before, but we've encountered similar stuff. And even if we didn't, think through the ramifications and come up with a plan. Can the plan change? Yeah. But people need to know that someone has got the reins. Okay. So we've got our crackers all mixed up. Next, we need to do the chips. It does look like it has an edge. And there is a little bit of an edge. See? Because it's got to be able to get under things, but it's not sharp. Yeah, I don't like that the big events are canceled, because commerce is going to take a hit. Does that mean more people are going to be watching streams? Possibly. Hey, Cody, what's up? Temporarily extending and expanding Ohio's unemployment for people who are affected. That's good. I like to hear that. Grab us some chips. We need a fair amount of these. There we go. And one for the chef. Real good. But I appreciate your guys' concern for my well-being. Trust me, it's my sister who hurts herself more often than not. Okay. So, we're gonna repeat the process again. Let's check our... Here we go. Crank that down. Probably give this a stir, too. Ooh, that smells so good. $2.30, all right. So same process. Just been laying around the house. Nice. Now these we're gonna want a little bit finer, so we're gonna put a little bit more effort into it. What flavor is that? Chili lime. Come on, you. Let's crush these suckers nice and good. Like super fine. Oh, cool, Will. There we go. That's fairly good. Okay. We could have probably gone a little bit finer on this, but I think this is going to do fairly well. So I'm going to move that over. And get our next item. Alright, now I know getting your hands on green onions may seem impossible in this day and age, but I'll tell you what. I went to the grocery store today. Full stock of veggies. No one has touched them. Toilet paper, cleared out. No one's touching the veggies. The stupidity of this, it's gobsmacking. Red Le Creuset. It's actually a knockoff brand. Did I put it in the... Oh shoot, I think I got rid of the hyperlink. I did. The hyperlink to it is in the last cooking stream that we did. You can always make the green onions optional. If you can't get your hands on them, you can make them optional. But a little bit of onion is really going to be helpful in this dish. Veggies would spoil, so no one wants them. I can see that mentality, although, check out our Death Road to Canada video, because I'm going to show you guys how you can preserve them. So you can still get all your vitamins and minerals. Alright, so we're going to take a couple of these. Ooh, we're going to wash these. This is why I hate getting green onions in a bag. Ugh. There we go, that's better. You save green onions by putting the roots in a cup with a bit of water. They'll keep growing. That's true. Oh Lord, that reminded me. For everyone's like insanity about the quarantine and all that, I went to Sephora yesterday. Filled to the rafters with people trying on lipsticks, trying on lotions, sticking their fingers into creams. So if people tell you, oh yeah, you know, we're doing our part, you know, to make sure we're cutting down on, you know, transmitting viruses. Bullshit! I felt sick walking out of there. Okay. But then again, I normally feel sick walking out of there because why do they let people try on lipsticks? That's so gross. Alright. Man, I'm sure you guys have no idea what I'm talking about. So like before we start shutting down restaurants, how about we make Ulta and Sephora stop allowing people to test makeup? I would leave immediately if I saw that. Well, walk into any Ulta or Sephora. It's happening. I mean, they have bottles of hand sanitizer nearby. No one exactly puts hand sanitizers on their mouth. We try on deodorant and jock straps first. Same. Oh yeah, that annoys me when I go into Target and watching people just like cracking open things of deodorant. But see, it's things like that. I mean, I don't think we're handling this as smart as we could. There are easy ways that we could be cutting down on potential contagion zones. And instead we opted for the stupid versions. When the chips are down, these civilized people, they'll eat each other. See, I'm not a monster. I'm just ahead of the curve. Yep. And I mean, is this surprising? Shouldn't be. Watch people shop on Black Friday. And that's just to score some cheap little $10 present that no one's gonna care about at Christmas. Now, I haven't seen the new Joker movie. Did you guys see it? And if so, what did you think about it? I like that it's telling the Joker from a different angle, because the Joker's always had like 3 angles to him. And I think we've seen the first 2. Which is the psychopath, the gangster, and then you have the guy who was the comedian who went insane. Alright, that's fairly good. Let's check on our rice. We gotta turn the heat way down on that. Alright, rice has come along pretty good. It's actually crisping up at the bottom. It's like turning into paella, and I don't want it to be paella. When I get to my distance, I immediately go to the public restroom and wash hands. Good for you. Making me so hungry. I know, right? Okay, I need a bowl for that. Why am I doing this? I have a bench scraper. God damn it. I swear, old habits. Sorry, Bill. All right, that is done. Next up on our list, sweet cherry peppers. What's for dinner? Fallen Pilot. It's a little bit of a secret. We're about halfway done. Wait, hold on. Getting it prepped. Well, to be fair, I mean, no one's really... We all should be washing our hands generally, especially around flu season. Do we always remember to do that? No. Are we going to remember now? Some additional people are going to remember that. So it's a potential perk to come out of this. Alright, I'm going to grab an assortment of peppers here. You can also use pickles. This works really well with pickles too. Storm! What's up, dude? How you doing? I've had to do 4 exams on washing my hands. Oh my god. Well, like I said, the good thing is we're becoming a lot more aware of what we should probably be doing to cut down on the spread of the flu, which impacts a lot of people, but you don't hear everyone freaking out about that. Alright, now we're going to want to cut these up into little bite-sized pieces. Like super, super fine. Doing as well as one could be given under the circumstances. Yep. You can also use roasted red peppers too. That works really well in this. I'm going to leave the seeds out because if you see, the seeds and the inner lining is where most of the heat are in peppers. Now, a good amount of the heat is actually kind of tamed out of these because these have been pickled. In order for them to sell them on shelves without refrigerating them, they do have to be heat treated. So, due to the heat treatment and a little bit due to the brine, it does pull some of the heat out. But seeds are seeds, and they'll still smack you in the face. The one I picked up yesterday is so yummy. Yay! I'm so glad you like it. It's gonna sound weird, but what did it taste like? Like, what were some of the notes, the flavors? Never seen that bottle before. It looks so good. Yeah, that's the other benefit, but only to myself during this whole craziness. I actually got a reservation at a restaurant that I've been having so many problems getting a table at. Yeah, guess who's not picking now? Plus, Total Wine, comparatively speaking, totally empty. Oh, I love the seeds. They look like a little flower inside. Can't really pinpoint. That's fair. Wow, there's a lot of seeds. Let's tame some of that heat. My mom's job is a restaurant. Her workplace will be shut down. That is a shame. And again, this is one of the reasons why a shutdown is bad. People work at restaurants. They need money to be able to go to the hospital if they need to. Yet another reason why no one is thinking this stupid shutdown fucking through. I think we need a couple more. We can get rid of some of these seeds. But Aldi is offering the people working where she is to work for them That's nice. I like that. There we go. Yeah, we need a couple more. You know who really benefits from the quarantines? Pets. Yeah, they're going to be seeing a lot more of their owners. But people need to remember, if you're going to be stocking up because you think you can't get out of the house, make sure to order some food for your pets too. I walked into a pet store earlier today because I wanted to get a new water dish for the cats. Shelves aren't empty. I'm not saying that they need to be. I'm just saying people are really short-sighted. Josh! Yeah, these cats are going to be ecstatic because I'm going to be working from home for at least the next 2 weeks. Stop it. What did I say? Yes, they know you're here. They like you more than me. Are you happy? Julia Child never had to deal with this. Alright, let's chop these up. I know, right, Amma? All day long. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this mic. I mean, now that we know what was causing the issue before, it seems to be working fairly well. And this was not an expensive mic. I think this is like maybe 30 bucks, if that. My dogs and cats have a huge Harry Potter room full of food. Nice. And again, don't need to be stockpiling cat food or dog food. Just make sure when you run out, you order some. That's pretty good. Now we're just gonna give this a finer chop. I'm not sure it's gonna be enough. Yeah, it should be fine because I don't want too much pepper flavor. Let's go check on our rice. Yep, that's done. Alright, so we'll turn that off. Now, to the rice, we are going to add some frozen peas. Now you can use canned. I like frozen a little bit better. Both of them will last for a long, long time. So if you go to the store and you think you need a whole bunch of canned veggies and you don't see any, check the frozen section. This is a lot like my mic. I don't know what brand it is, truth be told. Hold on. The sun's moving again, and when that happens, I start to look like a poached lobster. I don't know why. I think it's the white balance. Hold on. It's gonna look weird for a second. There we go. Done, thank you. Okay, now I look better. All right, so we are going to take our peppers, put it in with our onions, and hold on to it. There we go. Now I'm gonna wash my hands. By the way, if you're working with food, especially for other people, wash your hands, wash your board, wash everything. Oh, also, not affiliated, but if anyone's super panicking and they feel like they need some hand sanitizer, go to Bath and Body Works. I mean, you may smell like frankincense, but they have hand sanitizer. Looks like a podcast kind of mic fancy. Yeah, this is what's so cool about the mic came with the boom arm. Like, not bad. I'll put the link in for the next stream. You guys are interested in getting it. It has really improved the audio on these things. All right, I'm gonna go check on the rice. Yeah, this is good. Okay. I think we're done with the knife, yeah. So I'm gonna clean this off. Set it down here, nice and safe. Take our bench scraper. Rinse that off. Clean off our board. Now don't worry, I'm only cooking for me, so I don't have to worry about me spreading germs to other people. One by our house completely sold out. My friend and I went there and they had signs on the door. They got one box and the lady brought it out. She looked like Simba about to get trampled. People are so stupid. There better be a law about this next time. I got two of them, they work great. Marantz Pod Pack. I'm not sure if that's the one, but I will check on that. All right, I'm gonna grab a bowl. Now, if you're not a caper person, totally understand. The reason why I'm putting capers in, it's because it's going to be used instead of herbs. Again, herbs are expensive. The dried ones may or may not be available. But generally speaking, no one fucking gets capers. And because they have a nice floral tone to them, they're kind of standing in for herbs. Alright, so the star of the show for us tonight. Packaged tuna. Now you can use tuna out of a can. It's totally fine. I actually like these in the packages. I find the taste to be better. It doesn't have that, pun not intended, tinny kind of flavor. And I find the quality to be a lot better too. Plus, you can find ones like these that already have flavors built into them. But definitely check the ingredients just to make sure there's not some weird stuff in there. Capers are awesome. Oh, you like capers? Okay. Oh, people are getting very carried away, Fallen Pilot. It's the dumbest I've ever seen humanity be. So we're gonna open these up and drain them just a little bit. Now, they'll either be packaged in water or they'll be packaged in oil. I really, like, to me, I haven't really noticed a difference between the two. It's really just preference. This stuff lasts a good long time. It's a great access to protein. Alright. This one is sun-dried tomatoes. So this thing's gonna have a lot of flavor. There we go. Plus, when I went to the store, there was tons of these on the shelf. I don't know why. You would think that's one of the first things to go, but... Yes, capers on a lox bagel. Absolutely good. Tuna water is good to give to cats with their dried foods. That's a great idea. Makes them more inclined to drink water. Ah, that makes a lot of sense. I never thought about that. This one's lemon pepper. And it comes with a spoon. I thought that was a nice touch. This isn't for you! Nice thing about this is that this is already flaked, so we don't have to, you know, cook tuna, flake it. You can also do this with salmon. You can do this with pretty much any whitefish. Except for the really oily ones, like orange roughy, it's not gonna work as well. I'm gonna open up this third one. By the way, guys, thank you so much for all the likes. I really appreciate it. Again, this is not to take advantage of, oh my gosh, you know, let's jump on the COVID bandwagon. This is honestly to help people who, if you're stuck with just this and you don't want to have another tuna fish sandwich, here's an option. Oh yeah, let me get some of the oil out. I'm actually really excited for this. This is probably gonna taste really good. Come on, get out. Smelly, make one. Ooh, I probably should have got more. Alright, so we have this when you one other thing. You do need some mustard. You gotta give this some kick. Crazy meowed and Connor was like, cat where? What? They can hear you, but they don't know where you're coming from. Somehow a can of pink salmon is in my pantry. What do I do with it? You can do this. This actually works really, really well with salmon. Get a little bit mustard in here. Not a lot, because this is actually pretty moist. And we're gonna add in our peppers and our shush! And our green onions. Let's give this a mix. Wow, this looks really pretty. If you don't like pink salmon, send it to your local food bank. There could be someone out there who could use it. That's true. That's what I'm hoping, is for the people who went crazy fucking preppers and cleaned out the stores. Once the panic subsides and they realize their access to food's not going to change, I hope they at least turn around and give those canned, that canned food to homeless shelters. As hopefully a way to be less of an asshole. Okay. One sec. There's no way around it. You have to use egg. And again, I'm not saying that there's going to be any shortage of eggs, blah, 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 bullshit. If you don't have a fresh egg, you can always get the eggs in a carton. Basically mean liquid egg. It's the same thing, and it works just as well. The reason why we need the egg, not only are we getting some good nutrients out of here, but we need the protein to hold this sucker together. Otherwise, it's just going to fall apart in the pan. So I'd say like 1 egg per patty, basically. Bill called it. So we're using the rice to make the patty bigger without needing as much protein. No, actually, that's going to be our, like a rice pilaf bed, and that we're going to put the patties on top. And then we're going to top it with a nice vinaigrette. Okay, so let's mix in that egg. And you're gonna notice this is pretty wet. That is what our crackers are going to be used for, which is to give this a little bit more structure and to dry it out a little bit. So once we've got that egg nice and mixed in, let's add in some salt and pepper. Yeah, we gotta take care of each other. That's what a civilization is. And then, of course, a sip of wine. That's good. Exactly, using the rice as a filler. Because you still need access to your B vitamins. Now, even the bread was cleaned out because, again, people are assholes. If you don't have bread, grains, highly recommend. Couldn't find any at Target, not because it was cleaned out. I think they just don't stock them. So they're normally my go-to. Absent of that, I love rice because rice is cheap, rice is plentiful, easily accessible, and adding in the veggies, we've now turned this into a pilaf. There we go. All right, now we're gonna add in our... Wow, my brain shut down. I'm not even drunk. Hello, we're gonna add in our crackers to kind of dry this up to where it starts to hold itself together. So add it a little bit at a time until it starts to come together. Is anyone else's video feed pausing or sometimes skipping? Ooh, I don't know. That's gonna need some more. That's why a lot of these ingredients, I mean, you can change them up any way you want. The only thing you really can't change is you need the egg. So the 1 egg per patty is standard, and then everything else just until it comes together. Actually, this might make 2. That's good. Okay, now it's starting to come together. We don't want it super dry because we need a little bit of liquid to be able to grab our chips and use that to make a nice little crust. Maybe a smidge more. From the same household as watching Belle. Hi, everyone. You guys see that someone made a Twitter thread of comparing Chris Evans to hand sanitizers? I heard something about that. Twitter's gonna Twitter. The story that I loved, and I'm sure you guys have probably seen this already because it's made the rounds via Twitter, is the assholes who decided once the whole thing about coronavirus came out to go buy out every hand sanitizer they could find and then turn around and try to sell it on Amazon for like a 4,000% markup. And Amazon told them to fuck off! So Jeff Bezos, good on ya. Alright, that's relatively good. Alright, now we need a plate. I know, isn't that wonderful? Oh, warms my blackened heart. Okay, now we're gonna take our chips, which are already salted, so they're gonna have a ton of flavor. Let's pour it on into the plate. And again, you can use any flavor of chips that you want. I'm just trying to cram as much flavor as I can into this. Alright, now before you do this, I do highly recommend washing your hands. One is good practice in general. Two, it helps if your hands are a little bit wet, because that will stop the mix from sticking to them. Oh, the steak got him too? Nice. And good practice, just turn off your water while you're washing your hands and singing the happy birthday song in your head. Of course, I don't like singing the happy birthday song. I like singing, I am Henry the 8th, I am Henry the 8th, I am. It's just more fun. Gotta wash and maintain the beard. I mean, it's a good idea anyways, because that's gotta be like a haven for everything awful. I feel like I'm getting ready for surgery. Okay. I'm gonna dry these off a little bit, because I don't want to drip everywhere. Well, I mean, washing your face is good practice anyways. Alright. Now, let's grab us a good handful here. Wow, we may be able to get a couple out of this. That should be good. Okay. So you want a nice little handful. And we're just gonna start to shape this. You don't want these things to be too large. This is where a lot of people go wrong when they make stuff like crab cakes. They make them so big that they can't hold themselves together. I'm talking! They can't hold themselves together in the pan. So small, condense. Shit. Shush! I petted you all morning. Forgot I needed to spread out that. I only wash my hands if I crap on them, which is 3-4 times a week tops. Ha ha. Alright, pop that in. Now. Okay, actually I may not need to do that. I think I can just grab them from up top and press them in. Yeah. So this will look better if I actually had a spice grinder or coffee grinder to be able to really get this nice and fine. But we're gonna do what we can. Actually, let me grab that. See if I can flip it. I need to make at least one more. Found the antiviral for the... I would check that with the CDC first. There's a lot of misinformation going out around right now about it. That's why I don't like really spreading anything if it doesn't come from the CDC. If that is from the CDC, that's great, but it's important for all of us right now to fact check as much as possible. Yeah, this sucker's falling apart. Alright. We're only gonna make one more then. There. Don't worry if it starts to fall apart a little bit. Once we put these in the pan, the crust is gonna help hold it together a bit better. Down here, let's grab our next victim. I mean, trust me, Emmy, I want that news to be true because freaking yay and go Cuba, but we all just have to be diligent. I'm even saying that to myself too. Up to the music end. I'll replay the music in just a moment. Alright, let's pop you in. Nah. This should be really good. Okay. Now, let me restart. Oh my gosh, hold on. I need my bigger chat window. There we go. Out of all the countries in the world with top medical research, I highly doubt Cuba is the one who could have found it. Anything's possible. Honestly, I don't care which country gets to it first as long as someone does and the stupidity ends. Alright, let's flip this sucker over. Get under. Ah! You know what? Fine. You stay there then, and I will just pour all this on top of you. Overnight beaconing a worldwide savior. Hey, I mean, shit, Cuba would have bragging points for at least a millennium. But, and here's why I say, like, one of the harms that have come out of this, and it started early, about why we all need a fact check, is the second that Corona became a thing, there's already people out there selling their snake oil solutions of, hey, we have found that this kills the coronavirus, and they're selling you liquid silver. Now, to be fair, that stuff has been on the market for a long time. I've even tried it once before because it was claiming all these antibacterial properties. Did nothing. Does liquid silver actually stop the coronavirus? Who knows? But I'm fairly certain no one's fucking tested it for it, and they're trying to find you new ways to sell you old shit. And some of that stuff can be very deadly. Alright, let's move this on over here. We're gonna move our board over. Move you over. I don't know if it's toxic or not. Alright. Let's make sure this is dry first, Melissa. There we go. Yeah, liquid silver doesn't do anything. But people already were trying to... Who's that asshole doctor? We're already trying to sell people it. Hey, Ice, what's up? The fabulous Melissa and her stunning sister are alive and well. Nice to see you too, Ice. Alright, let me go plug this in. This is our brand new hot plate. Make sure we can kind of see here. This sits a little bit higher. I think a day of worldwide quarantine that YouTube and Twitch streamers have become incredibly famous. I wouldn't say no to that. I know, you're funny, Ice. Are you back yet? Did you guys finish traveling? Okay, let's turn this on. Let's turn this up. I don't know how hot this is gonna get or how fast, so we're gonna give this a second. About to go get ice cream. Officer Dan, what's up? I'm back. Dan has me quarantined in his sick house of lies and games. What, you mean he has his own saw house? Convicted felon Jim Backer was promoting liquid silver on a show. New York told him to stop. I hope they arrested him. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put some of this in here. Now, I have not seen butter go flying off the shelves. If it does, there's plenty of other cooking liquids that actually have a better shelf life than butter. You can use coconut oil. You can use my favorite, which is lard, which never goes bad. So there are alternatives if people in your area start becoming stupid and clearing it out. But let's say this is normal times. I prefer a nice mix of olive oil and butter for frying, because the olive oil helps protect the milk solids from burning, at least a little bit. Yes, lard. Where do you think he gets the meat? That's what he meant when he said he was making ribs. Now I see where the game is. Milk solids, yum. What do you think ice cream and cheese are? Alright, while that's heating up, let me clean up a bit, because, oh man, I forgot to put the capers in. Son of a bitch. Oh, by the way, you know what else is really, really good in a tuna cake? Is finely slivered pickled ginger. Ice cream also contains seaweed? Really? What about my grandparents since they're in the 70s and my grandpa's in remission from prostate cancer? They just have to stay as clean and as away from people as they can. There is no one solution solves it all, and there won't be for a while. But this is why we're trying to do the reduce the curve thing, so that way medical facilities can be available to the people that this impacts the most. Where eventually hospitals just need to have the right from the government to start turning people away who aren't critical. Oh, I've seen Cuisine. I don't even know how to pronounce that right. Isn't that a, what do they call that? Kind of helps to bind things together. I may not be 100% on that. Alright, let's turn this up a little bit more. Holy Moses. This is taking a while to heat up. And we might need a little bit more butter. And olive oil. This is a butter and olive oil spread. Oh, by the way, you can also use margarine. Margarine was created for Napoleon's armies because it never spoils. Because it ain't natural. I don't recommend it from a health perspective. But then again, I'm not a doctor. Because it is hydrogenated oil. But in a pinch, it will work. It's very shelf stable. And you can fry with it. All I'm saying is don't use it every day. Thank you, emulsifier. That's what I was trying to think of. Alright, that's starting to come together. Where's my handy dandy flipper? As I've been told this is now. Clean it off. By the way, I need your help deciding something. Game Grumps fans were telling me this is a flipper, not a spatula. I've always been told this is a spatula. You guys tell me, what's the official name for this? Oh yeah, Crisco will last forever. Dr. Mill says no to margarine. Not a doctor, but I definitely say no to margarine. And we're gonna set these in the pan. There we go. I know, I think this is a spatula. I've always been raised to call this a spatula. But I got into a comment section on a Game Grumps episode and they're all telling me, no, it's a flipper. Like, I don't think French chefs would call this a flipper. Just saying. Yeah, even Starlight Dragon says it's a spatula. Okay, we're gonna crank this up a little bit more. Now the other nice thing about using prepackaged tuna is it's already cooked. So all we're doing here is softening the onions a little bit and giving that egg time to solidify. spatula flipping device. Oh, now you're just cheating, man. Flipper was a dolphin, not a cooking utensil. No, they couldn't even find something funny to call it. They were just calling it a flipper. Like, excuse me, and that's a flipper. Like, it's a spatula, you psycho. According to Google, it's a frickin' flipper. You got to be kidding me. Oh, I'm gonna tell Gordon Ramsay that. Ooh, that's smelling good already. Let's make sure that this doesn't burn. There we go. Alright, we got our plate ready to go. By the way, thanks guys, thanks again for all the likes. I really do appreciate it. We are going to be having the Death Road to Canada cooking video this week, now that the panic has gotten done at work. That was it. That's why I couldn't film the videos, because we had to get a whole office ready to be able to work from home. That's never done it before. But this video is coming this week, and it'll teach you guys how you can pickle your own vegetables. Not only make them delicious, but also make them last a good long time. Okay. I'm smelling like these are ready to flip. Maybe not yet. They're still falling apart a little bit. Let's press them down just a smidge. I need that bottom to crust, because that's going to be what holds this together. Not now, baby. It's not safe up here. Now, Flipper is also a turner. Can they just have, like, one name for things, please? That would be nice. Go on. I'm cooking here. You need to go. Where's my other utensil? Here you are. Here. So I can continue to clean. These are pretty delicate. Not now. Oh my god, I need you to hold together, please. That center just does not want to hold. Okay, we're gonna have to help this sucker over. No! That's fine. Shape you back together. This is why you have to be careful with making these things nice and small. That's actually holding pretty together. Nice. Spatula is a broad, flexible blade used to mix, spread, and lift materials including foods, drugs, plaster, and paints. Huh. I know! We're all learning this together. Isn't it shocking? Burger flipping is something I suck at. I probably should have warned you guys. Just gonna help it over. At the end of the day, this is gonna taste good. That's our saving grace. This is so funny. Everyone's like, you know, you just hear the sound of the glass breaking. Who knew? Unfortunately, this is gonna photograph horribly. But it'll be delicious. crank the heat up a smidge. Alright, now let me go ahead and prep our other thing. So we have our rice. Doesn't it look pretty? While this is going, we're going to do our vinaigrette nice and quick. Let's see. I think I'll use this for that. Now, of course, the easiest way to do a vinaigrette is to do it in like one of those shaker bottles. I don't have one of those, so we're going to have to improvise. Let me give this one more turn before I throw that together. I'm smelling that they're browning. That's holding together better now. Kind of. Ah. I made this too big. I broke my own rule. Wow. This is what the egg was supposed to solve for us, and it is not. Turn this down. The spatula's a lie. Yeah, we're learning that pretty fast. Alright. Of course, fresh juice would be best. If you don't have access to it, bottled works. Go on! Stop. Do you have to do this? No. This is only if you want to dress it up a little bit. Alright, so we need a little bit of mustard. Which is basically there just to serve as an emulsifier and for flavor. Shake up our lemon. Add some lemon. This looks bad now, don't worry. Add some olive oil, which as long as you keep this in a cold, dark place will last quite a while. Now generally you would do this while you're stirring, but this is pretty concentrated. It's actually almost a 1-to-1 mix. And that's only because I don't have any counter space here right now. Grab a whisk. And whisk it up. Some salt and pepper. Not enough breadcrumbs. It was partly that, and partly I think our crackers got a little overhydrated. I probably should have added some more because they are going to hydrate. Oh, this is gonna be good. Alright. So let's grab our plate. We're gonna try our best to plate these. We're gonna use our super broken one as the base. Kind of prop the other one up. And then grab our better looking one. Better-ish. Actually, that didn't come out too bad. Alright, now let's move this to a nice safe area. Because unlike our inversion burner, this one stays hot for a while. Where am I? Oh, there they are. So we are going to employ the use of our safety gloves and move this on over, being very careful of this cord. Making sure to stick it someplace where it can't heat anything up. And then there we go. Now it may not be the prettiest girl at the ball, but it's gonna taste pretty damn good. Let's get our vinaigrette. This is my only whisk right now. Well, congrats to you for winning the whisk fight, Melissa. Pour this on top. There we go. There are only two ways crab cakes are made, too big or too small. True. If I'd gone smaller on these and a little bit finer on the potato chip crumb, I think it would have held together a little bit better. All right. Not too bad for packaged food, right? Let's give this a taste. Oh my god. There's so much going on. You got the lemon from the sauce. You got the tomato from the tuna. You have the tuna itself, which is really a really good flavor and really nice texture. I can taste the green onion. The peppers come in at the end, which is nice. And the rice and the peas, it all just works together so nicely. I'm gonna have another bite of this. This is good. Ariyama. Wow. I'll tell you what, that vinaigrette really does some nice things to this dish. Unfortunately, there's too much brown here to really plate well, but not bad. Hey, Nina. That sounds good, Amma. Actually, that sounds really good. But I'm loving these frozen peas. Because we threw them in at the end, they still have a little bit of crunch to them, and they add a really nice sweetness to the dish. How you doing, Nina? Ugh. Oh, damn. What? I'm almost done. Calm down. Stop it. Come here. Why are you sashing me? Come here. She's doing figure eights through my legs right now. What? I've been busy for 2 hours and you're crying? My god. You're so needy. And welcome to the cat portion of the stream. Shush you. It's crazy it's down here. I'm a simple man. Cereal is good enough for me. I love cereal, especially at midnight. It's my most favorite thing to eat. Alright. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and log off so I can finish eating this and not directly in your ear. I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream. Sorry for all the ranting about the craziness that's going on right now. But thank you for letting me vent. I hope you guys have enjoyed this stream, and I hope this is useful for if you're stuck in your house, or if you just happen to find yourself with a bunch of these ingredients, which are pretty common anyways. They all have a lot of shelf life, with the exception of the eggs. So if you make this and you try it, please take a picture and put it in Discord. I'd love to see it. And I will see you, awesome people, Monday for our hashtag Suck It Monday stream, which is still on. We're playing some Jackbox, and I will see you then. Bye, guys!